On Christmas Eve 2008, Paul Yared, the 12-year-old Lebanese boy living in London with his family, started counting his days. Vicious bone cancer changed Paul from a healthy, happy and aspiring boy into a bold, feeble and sick child. On August 7, 2009, Paul resigned to the disease and died, leaving behind his mother Mireille, who is determined to fight the disease her own way.
My son's absence is very difficult, and having to stop taking care of a child from one day to the other like this is another impossible thing for a mother. So I had that need of doing something for my boy.
Mireille wants to bring the classroom into hospitals.
One thing my boy was telling me is, "Mom, you know, I'll be so happy on the first day of school. My other classmates will not understand how happy I will be to go back to school."
And since then, Mireille put her heart and mind in Myschoolpulse, a non-profit organization aiming to provide children in Lebanon suffering from a life-threatening disease with a chance to continue their studies during their treatment.
This morning we're here to run because we're raising funds that all children in Lebanon who have cancer will have the right and the privilege to be educated to their last day.
With 3 months' work, a website and a 5-kilometer race in one of Lebanon's mountain areas commemorating her son's death, Mireille raised funds and launched Myschoolpulse.
Mireille, we're so proud of you.
It was fantastic. We're so happy. We had more than 1,000 people participating. We had about $150,000 donated. Paul is with me today, and all the energy that I have is actually not a natural energy. I know it's Paul. It's Paul that is driving me, and this is for Paul. And this is the mirror of my love to Paul.
The efforts to make Myschoolpulse successful were not limited to Lebanon.
Go Paul!
In New York, friends of Mireille organized a 5-kilometer race in the memory of Paul Yared.
We raised awareness of this foundation to offer education to sick children who normally wouldn't be able to afford to via private tutorship and via the funds raised by this foundation.
But Mireille says $150,000 will only help 20% of children suffering from cancer in Lebanon. Despite their daily struggle, having to deal with chemotherapy, nausea, vomiting, and other draining side effects, kids like Khulud have big ambitions. She wants to be a doctor. This 10-year-old girl has been battling cancer for the past 3 years. She tells us when she takes the chemotherapy, she rests for 2 days and then rushes back to her studies at school. Mireille speaks a similar story of her son Paul, whom she lost to cancer.
One thing that is extremely important for the kids, I just realized during these months at hospital, is that life for them, you know, for a 12-year-old kid means school.
It's too soon to talk about success stories for this program, which has just begun in Lebanon. Schooling will not stop the disease, but the positive effect Mireille feels will help these children by giving them something to look forward to. As one doctor says, it's important not only to cure their disease, but also cure their soul.